Greetings everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome to Breathless, a visual novel game made by Pixel Happy Games that involves around a shy high school student named Aki Murakami who has an unusual ability to turn invisible when she holds her breath, and that somebody has discovered that she has this ability, but they have more in common than they realise, which I imagine are the two people in front of us. Will you understand me? Well, it depends on the context of the game itself, so let's start this journey. This is a work of fiction. All organizations, products, etc. referenced in this work are fictitious, and do not represent any similar organization, product, etc. that exists in reality. All characters in this work are fictitious, and any resemblance between any of the characters and any persons, living or dead, are purely coincidental. This grayed out warning screen reminds me of Doki Doki Literature Club, where literally before you go to the main menu, it literally comes up with that. But let's not get too soon into our presumptions here. I am assured that this game will be different. Although Breathless does not contain any adult content, by playing Breathless you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Does my voice not sound 13 years or above to you guys? Well, I'll leave up to you to decide. I agree. Before you start, would you like a guide on the various honorifics that would be used throughout the game? Yes. Great, let's get started. Breathless takes place in Japan, and a big part of Japanese culture is politeness. When addressing someone in Japan, honorifics are used. They usually take the form of a suffix attached to one's name. Think of it as a cultural equivalent of saying Mr. or Mrs. Now, let's go over all the honorifics individually. Be sure to take a screenshot if you need to refer back to these for later use. First up is San. It is the most common honorific and is usually directed towards most people without an explicit title. Sama is the higher level of Sana. It is used when one wants to be more respectful. Dono is the highest level of the three, and it is a rough translation of the word Lord. It confers utmost respect. Next up is Kan. It is a male honorific usually used to address someone who you are familiar with. It can also be used when addressing someone younger. Something to note is that you should not use Kan to someone with a higher status than you, your teacher or boss, as that will not go over well. Chan is similar to Kan in this regard, although it is usually used for girls. Senpai is used, senpai, to convey seniority in a group organization. In the case of Breathless, you will see it used at school. Kohai is the opposite of senpai. It is used towards underclassmen in school. Now, this is important. There will be times when an honorific is not used. This is called yobasut. This is usually referred for families, members, very close friends, or someone that has a lot of intimacy with. You might notice this with our two leads during the events of this game. Now that we've gone over all these honorifics out of the way, let's start the game. I hope you have a great time exploring the world of Breathless. I hope you have a great time watching the world of Breathless. And what on earth has we gone into at the very first hurdle of this particular endeavour? It is two lips meeting. When our lips meet, time seemed to stop. I almost forgot to breathe. My heart pounded, but I could only focus on this moment. It almost doesn't seem like it's real. I've been daydreaming and thinking to myself about this for a long time, feeling her warmth on my lips, but it doesn't seem like it would ever happen. I'm actually kissing Megumi-sama, the student council president. It feels unreal. I couldn't believe we share feelings for each other. Let me rewind for a second, however. What is going on here? Hello? I don't think we've been introduced. So they've only just introduced one of them. That's happening? What?
I'll be honest. I'm really bad with introductions, but I'll do my best.
That is seriously quiet. I'm not sure what's going on here. Music sound. There's no voice volume, though. That voice is unbelievably quiet, though. I'll be honest, I'm really bad with introductions, but I'll do my best.
My name is Aki Murakami. I'm 17.
My name is Aki Murakami. I'm 17 years old, a high school student, a writer, and the only daughter in the family. Although I am simply just your average schoolgirl, I do have something that other girls don't. A hidden ability to be invisible. At least, I don't think any other girls have. I don't know. I admit I didn't really look into that. I have the power to turn invisible when I hold my breath. Isn't it cool? It's a pretty cool power. I could do lots of useful things with it. Using it a lot also gave me killer lunch strength. My power used to be a secret to everyone, but that is not the case anymore. Let me tell you how that happened. Somebody who has the ability to detect a person who's using that power at the time.
I'm so tired of all the same old boring soda. Good thing I have the new sweet peach flavored Bubblina.
Okie dokie, so where do you come into play with Breathless? Enjoy the refreshing taste of Bubblina Sweet Peach, now with 0 calories.
Get yourself a Bubblina today!
I'll try my best, but I'm not in your universe. Sunday the 5th of April. I'll wake up from my daydream. The sign above me made me remember a commercial I saw. The train ride is pretty mind-numbing. Hopefully not much longer until I arrive at Isesaki Station. I admit that I didn't really want to leave the city at first, but I figured it would be a good change of pace to move somewhere smaller and calmer. The text on my phone said that I was supposed to meet them there at 2 PM. I am pretty ahead of schedule. Better being early than being late, I suppose. Now arriving at Shin Isesaki Station. Japanese names I am so bad at pronouncing. That was faster than I thought. Hello.
Case in hand. I haven't been here in a long time. It is a bit unfamiliar to me.
I'll find out when rendering this video if the voices are actually audible. I know I'm supposed to meet them, but I
can't really
see them here.
I hope they aren't running late.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, but voices that are too quiet really aggravates me. It's either don't include them or increase the volume level. Hey, Aki-senpai! There she is, the little girl waving formal clothes.
And whoa! You're so much cuter than you are in the photos. Welcome to Isesaki.
Okie dokie.
My name is Akari Watanabe. It is wonderful to meet you.
Same, Akari. It's been a long time. You're right, I can't even remember the last time we met.
Just in case you need a little refresher, I'm your cousin, and I'm so happy you're staying with us.
Okie dokie.
Now, if I'm right, you're staying with us because your mom is working abroad.
I believe so, question mark? There's some context here which is missing. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Akari, what about your dad? I thought he was going to come here with you. Daddy... Okay, so some voices are not included. Daddy is not here because he is really busy at work. He felt really bad. He couldn't make it to greet you. I see. Hey, Aki-senpai, you look thirsty. Need me to get you something from the vending machine? No, you really don't have to. Don't worry about it. Daddy gave me spending money. I usually buy juice for the both of us from the vending machine or by myself. Partially voice acted. She leaves anyway, quickly buying 2 bottles of juice for the both of us. Here you go. She hands me the juice as I take a sip. I was really thirsty, but I wanted to be nice. I will be your guide until Daddy comes back. Let's go, teehee. Okay, lead the way. We step out of the train station. I feel the light spring breeze. Our home isn't too far from the station. It's just a 10-minute walk. That isn't too bad, actually. I thought he was going to say a 100-minute walk. Wait, sorry, a 100-minute drive. We're pretty close to your new school as well, so it's pretty easy to get around. Pretty good timing that you arrived here right now. Transferring schools would have been quite difficult. You're right. So how is the school? I sadly never got a chance to visit. I heard that Asawa Academy is one of the best schools here, so I think you'll love it.
Yo, Akari!
Hello, Akari. A voice of someone I don't know calls out to Akari. She lights up with joy. Kai! Hello there.
Who's this girl with you? Haven't seen her face around before.
She's my cousin. This is my cousin Aki. She'll be moving in with us. She'll be like my new big sister. Aki, this is Kai-senpai. He's a good friend of mine. He's like my big brother. She's pretty cute. Kai, for goodness sakes, is that the first question that you go into when you introduce yourself to someone for the first time? Hey, are you single? Like, isn't that just one of the fastest ways to get ditched? But what? Nothing. I didn't say anything. Yeah, right. Isn't Kai-senpai funny? Sure. I mean, yeah. A little bit on the fence, I cringe a little. He always comes over to cook with me. His curry rice is amazing. I'm glad you like it. Maybe I can make it for you sometime. Sure, I love curry rice. I'm just curious to know, how did you guys meet each other? His daddy and my daddy are best friends. I met him when I was very little. Very tiny. Yep. Hey, you guys don't mind if I join you for a bit, do you? Yay! I'm sure Aki-senpai would be happy to have you join us. Honorifics. After a short walk, we arrive at what is going to become my new home for the next year. The house itself is a bit bigger compared to my home in Yokohama. Welcome home! We have a spare guest room for you, so no need to worry about sleeping on the floor. Thank goodness for that. What do you think I was going to do, sleep on the floor? Yeah, we wouldn't want to... Kai, for goodness sakes! Can't you just be a bit more formal with people that you just met? We want a cutie like you to develop bad problems from bad posture. Oh, roll my eyes. Will this guy ever stop hitting on me? Indeed. Hey, Aki-chan, do you want me to hold your suitcase? No, I'm fine by myself, thank you. I think I can handle it. Thank you, though. Please, I insist. Well, okay, if you really want to. I hand the suitcase to Kai as Akari unlocks the door. Swinging the door open to enter the room, I feel a mild breeze from the window, rustling around some stuff in the room. Aki and Kai follow close behind me, Kai still holding my suitcase.
Hey, where do you want me to put this?
I want you to put it in the corner of the room, and then for you to go out of the room. Just put it on the bed for now. I'll unpack it later. You are such a gentleman, Kai-senpai. Thank you, Kai-kan. You're very welcome, Aki-senpai. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm not used to Japanese honorifics. I just love to call people by their names. Let's go give her some time to unpack. Alrighty, I'll be here when you're done. I won't be done. Ever. The two of them leave the room and Akari shuts the door behind her. I feel a bit lightheaded. The train ride was a bit long and being cooped up with a lot of other people don't really help with things. Especially if they keep sneezing a lot. And even that one guy in the corner just kept on snoring and snoring. He even had his laptop open. And he also had some suspicious things on his laptop as well, which really scarred my mind. Anyways, let's move back to the game. I immediately plop onto my bed and doze off. Did I really have to go? Maybe I should have tried to convince him to stay. I already miss my old friends from school. I promise, dear, once we're done working, you'll be back home. I know that it'll be hard at first, but you'll love your new home. I promise. There won't be any creeps in the neighborhood, I promise. I'm acquainted with all of them. Are you sure? Yeah, Kaito and I went to the same school that you are going to. It is one of the best. Guaranteed. Schools change as time transpires. It could be an even better school. Hey, wakey wakey, Akari-senpai. I suddenly wake back up. The smell of ramen hits me right away as I open my eyes. The bottle of juice Akari brought me is no longer next to me. Wow, you fell asleep for quite a while. You must have been really tired. It's already dark. How long have we been asleep? A couple hours. You didn't open the juice I brought you, so I put it in the fridge. Thank you. Is Kai still here? Kai was going to stay with us for dinner, but he had to go because a friend needed him. Anyways, come on, dinner's ready. I mean ramen. I made the ramen. You'll love it. Oh, and my daddy arrived home from work, so he is so excited to finally meet you. Thanks. I walk into the kitchen, which is admittedly quite average looking. Akari and her dad are already sitting at the table, waiting for my arrival. One thing that I'm just going to point out really quick is that there's a lack of context towards our situation here. I know that we moved because the protagonist's character's parents are all working abroad. But it still feels like there's something missing from the introduction that players should get to know about. I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of like another kind of introductory thing which we kind of get acquainted ourselves into the game. But it just feels like that sort of connection there is missing, in a way. I walk into the kitchen, which is admittedly quite average looking. Akari and her dad are already sitting at the table, waiting for my arrival. Hi there.
Oh hey, there you are, Aki. I'm your uncle Kaito Watanabe. It's amazing to meet you.
Same. I'm not sure if you remember me, but I used to live with you guys, my bad folks, for a bit when you were little kids.
Sorry I couldn't see you at the train station. I really wanted to, but I had to work and all that.
Understandable. No problem, I understand. Now, while you are here, you are part of the family, so don't be afraid to ask for anything you need. Well, anything you need that won't break my wallet, that is. I have Akari and gaming to spend money on. If you don't mind me asking, what is your job? I'm a member of the Yuzuka. Do you want to see my tattoos? Come on, Dad. It's obvious she's not falling for that one. Ah, I want to scare her. My real job is nothing really fancy. I do office work for the Balbina company. It's a boring job, but it pays the bills and gets Akari fed. He works so hard. He's the best dad ever. I'll do it all for you. Maybe it's just the protagonist's internal situation, which I think is pretty missing here. But now I'm starving. Let's eat. The two of them start eating hungrily as I look down at the bowl in front of me. It is a simple but tasty-looking bowl of soya ramen. Hey Akari, this is really good. Did you make it all by yourself? I sure did. I'm so glad you like it, Aki-senpai.
Yeah, Akari makes amazing ramen. Better than me, even.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, I don't know how to make ramen.
So what you're saying is that you do not know how to make ramen. Truth be told, Akari is not like other girls her age. Yeah, she seems to be very independent.
Oh, she's very independent. Sometimes I wonder who's the parent and who's the child.
Well, who pays the bills? And if that's you, then that makes you a parent in a way. Daddy, stop. You're embarrassing me. We continue eating our wolf down the food. I haven't eaten anything since getting on the train. That is very irresponsible. Yo, Aki, are you looking forward to your first day of school tomorrow? Do I really have to be optimistic, or... Yeah, I will be optimistic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Daddy, you went to Asawa Academy when you were a kid, right? Yep, I sure did. You know, Aki, I was quite the ladies' man in those days. Yeah, dream on. Did you know that I was also the student council president? Okay, that's more believable. Stop lying, Daddy. No, you weren't. How did you know? You weren't there. Ignore him. He lies a lot so he could look cool. Come on, bro. Help your old man out at least a little bit. So you get mad at me when I tell small lies sometimes, but you don't have a problem doing it yourself? Kaito then proceeds to quickly and awkwardly change the subject. Hey Aki, isn't your birthday coming up? It's in only 3 days from now, right? Yeah, I'll be turning 18. Nice! What kind of cake do you want? I want one with 18 birthday candles on it, with 18 different colours on them and 18 different wishes. You don't really have to. Well, yeah, I don't have to, but I want to. I'm in the mood for some cake. Me too. Can we get some cake, please, Aki-senpai? Sure. Can we have a chocolate one? Yes. Now you're speaking my language. I personally want the marble one, but chocolate is definitely good. Akari suddenly looks at the clock and her face immediately bursts with surprise. Surprise! I have to head off to bed now. It is almost my bedtime. Alright, kiddo. Do you want me to tuck you in? I'm too old for that, Daddy. I'm not a little baby anymore. I mean, I did cook dinner for all of us. You'll always be a little baby to me. You always love to embarrass me. Isn't she a treat? Yeah, she's very kind and polite. I said earlier that she isn't like other kids her age, and I mean it. She's the only 8-year-old I know that enjoys watching ballads. She takes after her mother in that way. Speaking of her mother, where is she? Her mother was formal and polite as well? Yeah, she enjoyed watching that stuff as well. I didn't ever think she'd want to go for a guy like me. I remember the day we met like it was only yesterday. I still miss her. She died in a car accident when Akari was very young. I'm sorry. He quickly proceeds to change the subject to prevent the night from ending too somberly. Anyways, feel free to spend the rest of the day how you want to. Just don't sleep too late. It's a school night after all. Good night. Good night, Kaito. I say good night back as I bow to him in respect. You don't have to bow to me like that. But we like to be formal. It is the ethics and the niceness of being in this country. It is very highly regarded. I walk back to my room and shut the door as I change in my pajamas. I'm not tired at all, but I have to get to sleep. I don't want to be late on the first day of school. First impressions are very important after all. And if you're late, then that is a not good first impression, regardless of how nice you are to others. Monday, the 6th of April. Good morning, Aki-senpai. Breakfast is ready. I wake up to Akari greeting me. She is wearing her elementary school uniform. Your school uniform is in the closet. The school gave it to us before you moved in. They even knew my sizes and everything. After showering and getting to my school uniform, I walk into the kitchen where Akari left breakfast on the table. I say thank you to her as we both eat the food. It is really tasty. Hey Akari, did your dad already go to work? He did. You just missed him. He told me to say goodbye to you. He also told me that it was your job to walk me to school. Don't worry, my school's on the way. Alright. But we haven't even eaten breakfast yet. Maybe we did all of that whilst we were talking. We leave the house and start walking to school. Akari's school is a bit closer compared to mine, but both are relatively close. And we hear the crickets in the background. And the gunshots. I always enjoy walking through this path. I don't know why, but it just feels so calming to me. So soothing, so relaxing. You know, I just thought about it. Would Kunio-senpai be a bit too tacky? Maybe I should give you a different honorific. Like what? She thinks to herself while we walk. Suddenly her face lights up. What if I called you Aki-chan? I'm fine with that. Yay, Aki-chan! I love calling you that. It just feels more familial. We start walking further as we start to see other students from my school. Akari then looks at me and waves goodbye. Here's my stop. See you later, Aki-chan. But also, wait, don't upper schools finish later than primary schools or elementary schools? I arrive at the main gates of Asawa Academy. I don't know what awaits me in my new school life, but I guess now I'll find out with my profound invisible ability. Yo, you seem new to town. You must be the transfer student. News passes around very fast, I imagine. I hear someone call out to me.
I'm a troublemaker, and I'm proud of it.
Thanks, green-haired boy. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name, but you are a troublemaker. You want to steal something from me or something? No, I'm here to help you, show you around the school and stuff like that. Why would a troublemaker such as yourself want to help someone like me? The answer is no if you want to date me. He leans against the wall. This school is a blank hole. It is not possible to survive here alone. And since you're new to town, I don't think you have any friends yet. I have friends. It's just that I won't say any of their names to you. Blank hole? I heard good things about this place. Good things? Yeah, who's been telling you that? Fellow students? Nobody likes this place. So they call you a troublemaker. You are a troublemaker. What's your deal? I can tell you about that later. I take it you want to get to class on time. Do you not want to get to class on time yourself? Being on time to class isn't really my thing. If you want to join me in being late, I don't mind. No thanks. I would prefer to have a good first impression. Excuses. Do you know where I could be finding the lockers? A girl approaches up to us. Her Japanese could certainly use some work. Same for me as well. Here I come to rescue once again. Now then, run along. You mentioned you don't want to be late. The nerve of this guy. He didn't even ask for my name. I'm glad he didn't. I walk into the school and towards the hallway. I'd rather not be approached by anyone else right now, so I look around to make sure the coast is clear. I take a deep breath and hold it. I use my power until I reach the classroom. I take a quick look around. I take a quick look at myself. I see the transparent glow around me as I walk quickly. With the classroom being somewhat close by, I'm not really worried about running out of breath. I was an athlete after all. A swimmer, to be precise. I exhale as I reach the door. It wasn't a very long walk. I'm just glad nobody was there to see me become visible again. Wouldn't that be freakish? I walk into the classroom. I'm a couple minutes earlier than I expected to be. As I begin to take my seat, a smart-looking girl approaches me. Hey there.
My name is Megumi Amano, and I'm your student council president.
Thank you for introducing us to introducing us to yourselves, introducing you to us. It's my first time recording something in like a week. Don't mind me. But even then, I'm still bad. The last student council president didn't really interact with other students very often, and that is something I want to change. It's nice to meet you, Megumi-sama. My name is Aki Murakami, I'll bow to her in respect. Likewise, Aki-san. Please let me know if you need anything. So I hear that you transferred here from the city. Yeah, I'm from Yokohama. Yokohama? That's neat. I have family who live there. No way. Have you been there before? I'm embarrassed to say, but it's been a very long while. Maybe I should plan a trip there sometime. If you don't mind me asking, what brings you to Asasaki? My parents are working a job overseas, so I'm living here with my uncle for the time being. I see. To be honest, there really isn't much to do here in Asasaki, but I hope you make the best out of things while you're here. She looks over at the time and suddenly has a surprised look on her face. Oh, class is about to start. I had a fun time talking to you, Aki-san. Please let me know if you need anything. She walks back to her desk. The look on her face tells me that she has more that she wants to say to me. But no time left now. But blush. The class begins to start talking as the teacher walks into the room. Anybody know about the homeroom teacher? Apparently he's new to teaching. I don't remember what his name was.
Good morning, class. Welcome to your first day of school. My name is Mr. Davidson.
You are very posh indeed, Mr. Davidson.
Now let me tell you a bit about myself. I moved to Japan for one reason and one reason only. Can you tell me why I moved here?
Is it about the honorifics? He points at me. I have to give him an answer, but what am I supposed to say to something like that? I would probably choose something relating to the job or the food. Wanted to teach here?
I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention to what you said, but that is incorrect. I moved to Japan not because I wanted to educate young minds, but because of this.
Because of what? I swear I heard him laugh at himself. I can already tell that the teacher is going to be a nightmare.
Look, class, these are made out of 100% Turkish cotton. Ridiculously soft and luxurious. These towels will turn your bathroom into your dream spa.
Then what are you doing in Japan if you're not in Turkey?
If you buy a towel from the Davidson Towel Company, you get an A in my class. Anyone interested? I also moved for the food, yes.
Okay, that was going to be my other option. A fellow student raised his hand. Yes. Is this even legal?
Is this even legal? I don't know, and to be honest, I don't care. Anyways, let's learn some bloody English. Turn your books to page 23.
Okay, Mr. Davidson. After a couple more hours, school comes to an end. I didn't join any clubs yet, so the only thing for me to do now is head home. Wait, is the student council president going to try and introduce us to a club? And then are we going to be enticed by a particular snack of sorts? I'm kidding. Aki-san! It's Megumi again. I bow and wave hello to her. I had a good time talking with you earlier. I just wondered if you wanted to walk home together. It would be pretty lonely if you had nobody to walk with after all. Sure, I wouldn't mind. Thank you. After leaving the school, we start heading home. Megumi told me that she doesn't live too far away from me. But why'd she choose us of all pupils? Megumi-sama, are you alright? You've been quiet. Yeah, I'm alright. We walk in silence for a bit. I look at the view, but I'm going to have to get used to the fact I'll be living here for a while. Hey, do you want to grab a snack at Clawson's? I'm kind of hungry again. No worries if you're in a rush to head home, though. I'd love to come with you. To be honest, I'm a bit hungry as well. Clawson is at like a convenience store. We arrive at the store. A lot of kids from school are there. This area is a hot spot for everyone to go to after school. Not many other places to hang out in anyways. And it's you two again. You again? Hayaki, was it? Hey, if it isn't my little friend. We're not friends. I just remembered I didn't get your name. And I don't plan to share anyways. Oh, Aki-san. Not to be that person, but I think you should stay away from this guy. Hey now, Megumi-san. Why did you have to be like that? I was just here to get some food. And you're saying sad things to me like that? He starts fake crying, making the girl next to him very confused. Hideaki is a well-known troublemaker throughout school. I wouldn't want you to associate with him. The same goes for you. She looks over at the purple-haired foreigner girl who still has a confused look on her face.
Hi, I am Rena. It is nice to be meeting you.
Hello, Rena. My Japanese isn't the best good. I'm sorry for not understanding you. What's with that face for? She looks very annoyed herself. She obviously has more to say, but doesn't know how to say it. What are you saying, Megumi-san? I don't know why you hate me so much, but I'll always be there for you. It's a shame that the same thing won't be reflected back upon you. If you need me, I'll help this little lady around the store. She's new here and I'll be her guide. Nobody wants you as their guide. Well, anybody's sane enough. We get our snacks and walk back outside. Megumi still looks a bit peeved. Are you okay, Megumi-sama? Oh, yeah. That guy really annoys me sometimes. I don't like him either. What's his deal? He's just a delinquent. I recommend you stay away from him. Oh, before I go, can I please tell you something? Sure, what is it? She suddenly looks at me with a very nervous expression on her face. She saw us either disappear or reappear somehow. Do you promise not to be mad? Yeah, I promise. There is a reason why I wanted to talk to you, but I couldn't think of a way to tell you. I thought so. It has to do with her ability. Before school started, I saw you walking in the hallway when suddenly you took a deep breath and vanished. You teleported back when you arrived at the classroom door. Time comes to a grinding halt. Everything is slow after she says that. I don't know how I should answer her question. Damn, I was careless. This never happened before. I guess the only thing I could do is to come clean. You caught me red-handed, Megumi-sama. I have the power to turn invisible. Invisible? Yeah, let me show you. I take a sharp inhale and turn invisible. Megumi looks at me with a shocked look on her face. I exhale as I go back to visibility. Megumi still has the same shocked look as I suddenly reappear. I get now why the game is called Breathless. Because once we let our breaths go, we will become visible again. She looks at me blankly. She really doesn't know what to say. I can't say that I blame her. Megumi-sama! She runs away without saying another word. Megumi-sama, wait! I walk back home silently, not knowing how to feel. I arrive home and plop my school bag on the floor. I'm still very shaken at the interaction with Megumi. I run into Kaito, interacting with an unfamiliar woman.
Need my assistance?
No, I don't, Clover. No thank you. I don't need a tutor, Daddy. Akari yells out from across the room. She does seem like quite a handful, but I will do my best. I will talk to you later, Mr. Watanabe. Oh, what's up, Aki? Don't mind all that. I was just talking to Carl. Carl? Carl? Yes, sir. I'm trying to get Akari a tutor. I'm not the best at teaching her myself. Oh, welcome back, Aki-chan. Hello, Akari. I see you're wearing your yukata again. Sorry. What can I say? I love wearing it. Just be sure you don't overheat. It's almost summer. Aki-chan, now you sound like my dad. Look, I didn't come here just to side with you, okay? In fact, I didn't come here to side with you. Sorry. I heard that. Hey, do you want to watch TV with me? Sure, I'll watch with you. What are you watching? Takada Aya, one of my favorite traditional dancers. Doesn't strike me as something that someone your age would typically watch. So what? Nothing. I was just surprised, that's all. Your dad mentioned you enjoyed stuff like this. Wow. Akari goes back to watching her show as I sit next to her. She watches very attentively. It is an old Japanese traditional dance show. Not something that I would typically watch. Yo, I almost forgot to ask. How was your first day at school today, Aki? It was nice actually, even though the teacher was kind of weird. I even made some new friends. I don't want to tell him the truth about how I feel right now. Yo, that's amazing. Your mom said that you weren't a very sociable person, so I'm happy to hear that. You know, making some new friends is the key to surviving high school. Did you guys know that Look, you already told us that you was quite the quote-unquote ladies' man back in the day when you was in school, okay? Did you guys know that I was quite the popular guy in my day? I thought he was going to say something like, Daddy, you liar. I didn't need to. You just admitted yourself that you were lying. Oh, rat, you got me again. Kaito walks off while Akari continues with her watching her show, imitating the dance moves. The show honestly really isn't for me, so I head back to my room, wondering what to do with the rest of my day. Meditating. I change out of my school uniform and sit down on my bed. The idea of going to school tomorrow really makes me feel uneasy. I really messed up and got careless with my powers. Yeah, don't ever reveal your powers, for goodness sakes. What does Megumi think of me? Does she not like me because of my powers? Will the whole school know? I fall asleep to those worrying thoughts buzzing in my head. April 7th. I wake up again and look around the room. It once again sets in that living here is my new life. Good morning, I made your favourite breakfast today. I hope you enjoy it. I want to try and make more Western style stuff, but I didn't have enough time. I scoffed down the grilled fish. It is super tasty. It goes well with a miso soup and a bowl of rice. Again, I do not know how to pronounce Japanese name stuff. Names of different dishes and different people's names. This is amazing. With an exception of a few, Aya and Aki. Kai Senpai taught me how to make this. It is a recipe from his cafe. And then people are going to say I'm going to mispronounce Aki. He owns a cafe? Well, actually, it is not his cafe. It is owned by his aunt, but his cousins taught him a lot of the recipes. And he taught them to me. I don't know why his cousins left the cafe to go make games. It would be my dream to work at a cafe like that. Because some people would like to see that their dreams but not become dreams but become reality. And that dream might be making games, but in order to get into games they need enough money to be able to get into a position to be able to make games, which is why they're working at a cafe in the first place. Or something like that. I don't think it's a good idea to shame other people for following their dreams. Maybe you can work at that cafe when you're older. I asked them before, but they said I was too young. They treated me like a kid. Well, maybe 8 years old is too young, okay? Akami's in a bad mood today. I can't really blame her for acting like this. She is just a kid after all. One day you will be old enough to get yourself a job. And then one day you will be jealous of your younger self. I'm not the greatest with kids, especially when they get fussy. I wish her dad was here to take of this. Akari and I walk to school. She still has a pouty look on her face. Oh, yo. Hey, you're Aki-senpai, right? And who are you? Yes? A familiar-looking green-haired girl runs up to me. I remember seeing her somewhere before. Hey, I recognize that girl. It's Clover. She's from the commercials. I'm so tired of all the same old boring soda. Good thing I have the new sweet peach flavored Rabinia. Who is this little cutie? That's right. Hey, you're the girl in the advertisement on the train. Oh yeah, my ad on the train came out this week. I hope you liked it. Can you say your catchphrase, please? I sure can.
Ohio! It's Clover.
But my real name is Psycho Tanaka. But you can just call me Psycho. Oh wow, nice to meet you, Psycho-sensei. Aki-senpai, it's really amazing that a celebrity goes to your school. Celebrity? I don't think I'm that famous. I just make little videos on the internet. The same here, but you don't see me on advertisement boards. You don't see me in interview chat rooms or anything like that. Well, I guess I starred in some commercials as well. Sorry. That means you're a celebrity. Aki-senpai is so lucky to have a famous person to go to her school. Oh, I was so distracted. I walked past my school. See you later, Aki and Clover-sensei. Akari runs off behind us towards her school. She's such a cutie. I'm surprised I have a lot of young fans. That's my cousin Akari. We walk to school together. Hey, can I tell you something? Sure. Megumi-senpai told me to find you. She wants to apologize. Why couldn't she just find us herself and apologize to us herself on behalf of herself? She didn't really tell me what she did to you, but she felt really bad. She didn't even want to face you. Is Megumi-sama a friend of yours? Yep. We've known each other since middle school. The two of us continue to chat for a bit about Megumi as we walk to school. We arrive at the entrance of the school. We see Megumi standing near the door. Ah! She avoids eye contact with Psycho and I. I'm sorry. I got scared and overwhelmed, but, it's okay. I'll forgive you, Megumi-sama. Psycho looks at both of us. She doesn't ask it, but the look in her eyes tell us that she really wants to know what's going on. It's okay, you can tell her. She's here anyway, Megumi-sama. I look at Megumi. I don't think she knows how to explain this to Psycho. She ran away from me because she found out about my power. Your power? I think it's easier that I show you. Or in fact, when I turn invisible, can you tell me what I'm doing at this point in time? I take a sharp inhale and turn invisible. Both girls look at me with surprised expressions. Whoa, where'd she go? Did she turn invisible? I exhale and return back to visibility. Whoa, you turn invisible. That's awesome. That's right. I can turn invisible when I hold my breath. I got scared because I didn't think that superpowers even existed in the real world, and I didn't know how to handle it. I look at Seiko. I can't believe that I'm actually telling people this. What am I getting myself into? Hey, Aki-senpai, you remind me of a girl in my class. I do? Yeah, she doesn't turn invisible like you do, but she has a superpower as well. What? I have to let you meet her after class. She's so cool. Another girl with a special power? I didn't know someone like me even existed. I stopped and think to myself about the concept of that and the fact that Seiko is taking this so well. Before I can think about this too much, I remember that all three of us will be late to class if we don't hurry. I think we have to go. Yeah, as the student council president, it would be irresponsible of you out of everyone to be late for class. Right, talk to you guys later. Yes, we have many responsibilities at class. All of us run to our respective classes before we're late. After school was over, Seiko, Megumi and I agreed to meet up. I stand near my locker and get my shoes as I wait for them to arrive. Hello. I'm not late, am I? No, you're fine. Megumi and I awkwardly stand next to each other, only occasionally making eye contact. I can't deny that she is very attractive, and I had an interesting time with her yesterday. No, I'm not crushing her. I can't be crushing her. Sorry I'm late. That's okay, and another girl here. Psycho then arrives, breaking my nervousness, along with a girl in gym clothes I've never met before. Why did you invite me here, Seiko-san? Rin-chan, this is Aki and Megumi Senpai. Rin looks at us both and bows politely to the two of us. Aki-senpai, Megumi-senpai, it is nice to meet you both. It is nice to meet you too, Rin-san. I nod in agreement. Psycho-san, why'd you want to introduce me to the student council president? Aki-senpai has super cool powers just like you do. Well, not the exact same powers you do, but wouldn't it be better if we can actually introduce that to her, rather than you doing it for us? Like, for goodness sakes, it's my power. Why are you telling them about my powers? I told you to keep it a secret. Because they're awesome and you should show them to everyone like you're but we're not superheroes, okay? Even superheroes have struggles in their lifetime.
Don't call me a superhero.
Okay. I don't deserve a title like that just because I have powers. I apologize, Seiko-san. That was out of line. She suddenly lights up after Rin's apology, speaks to her in a sing-sonny voice. It's okay, Rin-chan, I forgive you. Aki-senpai, I'm very shocked that you have a power as well. I thought I was the only one. I guess it can't be helped that you know of my powers now, so I might as well demonstrate them to you. Would you mind telling what your powers are, Rin-san? Oh, I know. I would, but it's too dangerous for me to show you guys here in this locker room. Would it be okay if we meet up at the field near the school tomorrow? I don't mind. We're all not in agreement. Is it quite a destructive power? Can you summon fire? Are you a pyromaniac? Splendid! You can show me your powers there as well. It's only fair. I can show you my powers right now if you want. I do have to get going though, so I hope I see you again later. Rin shakes my hand as she walks out with Seiko close behind her. Bye bye, Seiko. It's just Megumi and I again, just like when we first arrived. I feel a combination of tenseness and excitement. I suppose it's just us again. Yeah. Let's see now. Let us... Would you like to walk home together again? If that's okay with you? Yeah, I would like to. What are you up to? We both walk out of the school and head towards home. I feel at ease walking home with Megumi again, despite what happened between us earlier. Her knowing about my powers makes me feel oddly at ease, and it looks like she feels the same way. Hey, Aki-san. Yes? This is a weird question to ask, but how do you feel about me? You're not mad at me, are you, for finding out your secret? I'm not. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I'm actually glad I got to discover another girl with powers as well. Okay, that's good. I was worried. So, I might as well also ask, do you still aim to keep your powers a secret from everyone? Yes. Knowing Seiko, she'll probably tell everyone if I don't make sure. It doesn't look she is doing a good job with Rin's powers. I think I do. I'm not sure if I want my family to know about it. They don't know about it? My uncle and cousin doesn't know about it. Neither do my parents. Well, I'm surprised I'm the first one to see it then. I'm surprised too, but also really happy. You're happy? Why? I guess it's because I trust you a lot. You're a very trustable person. I can say the same for you, actually. We walk in silence for a while, looking at each other. Hey, what do you think Rin's powers are? She giggles to herself as she thinks for a moment. Because she can show her our powers within the locker room, it must be a power that can't be used within a confined space. Otherwise, destruction will be... what's the word? Inevitable. I don't know. Maybe she can fly? That'd be the funniest thing. I laughed really hard to myself at the idea of Rin flying in the air. She meant if it was something dangerous, maybe super strength or maybe super speed. Nah, that's boring. Super speed? That might explain why she was wearing a gym uniform earlier. Maybe she was running? I imagine her grades in gym class would be mega high if that were the case. Okay, this is the marathon race. It usually takes everyone about 3 to 4 hours to complete it, but not Rin. She can finish it within a second. As you can probably tell, I'm not attuned with marathons and the average time it takes to complete one. I imagine her grades in gym class... Okay, we've already read that. I think they are high regardless. She seems very athletic. I could stand to be more athletic myself. I don't look too good. I think you look alright as you are. At least alright. At least a 7 out of 10. She laughs as if she was joking, but I can tell that there is something serious to that. No, I think you look good, Megumi-sama. Hey, it looks like I'm home. Would you like to stay over for dinner? Oh, no thanks, but that's very kind of you. I need to get home before it gets dark. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. I wonder what her home life is like. Welcome back, Aki-chan. You're home a bit late. Were you spending time with your friends at school? Yeah, I was. I had a good time. That's good. Daddy is currently out right now. He's getting ingredients. Ingredients? For dinner? Well, dinner is a part of it, but there is also something else we want to do. It has to do with a certain day tomorrow. You'll love it. Ah, it's my birthday. She skips along happily, humming a song to herself as I walk back into my room. Wednesday, the 8th of April. Okay, folks. My birthday! Happy face. Happy emoji. Okay, folks. And we are going to be introduced to another girl this time around with purple hair. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. We're going to be seeing each other on the next time of Breathless. This is my first time back recording in a good amount of time. I'm still not 100%. The flu is still with me or whatever it is. But I am so goddamn annoyed and so goddamn tired of cutting back just so that I can feel like I'm 100% again. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there. I'm on what I would call the recovery end. Had multiple peaks, but now on the recovery end again. But thank you all so much for watching, guys. There is a link down in the description below where you can find this game for yourselves and download it for yourselves. It is completely for free. The demo is anyways, and also the Kickstarter of this game as well. That is also within the description of this video. Thank you all so much for watching and see you all in the next time. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves.